Okay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. The final has been decided. It was a 4-second heavyweight bout. Before we get into that, I want to get some housekeeping things straight. Becky will not be joining me this evening because she's had a rough weekend. She sent her love to everybody. She said she wished everybody well. All the contestants who won, she sends her best regards. I want to say thank you, Dre Media, for having us on for these recaps. It's actually been fun. I've definitely learned a lot about this show, a lot about all the competitors, and it's been fun. We got a few on here right now. We got Jordan and Cam.
Yes.
Welcome. I'm waiting for Clay and Jada. Y'all need to come on. Anybody else that was in the final, y'all are welcome to hop on too as well, and we can go ahead and start getting into it. Cam and Jordan, how
Yes.
y'all doing this evening?
Good. How are you doing?
Great. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Hopefully, Clay will be joining us. Jada will be going up. Y'all thoughts on the final? Where are y'all at? Do you think you were disappointed? Was you glad of the outcome, even though y'all lost by 4 seconds? I know y'all were surprised. I know a lot of the viewers were surprised that it was 4 seconds, and Dre also said that it was the closest final yet. So, how do you feel after this all said and done?
You want to go first, Cam?
Okay, after like seeing the final or whatever, I'm actually proud of like how we did. I honestly, before they even gave the time out of like of the 4 seconds or whatever, I thought we were way behind. Only because they had a lot of advantages on the other team, especially like I think it was like a 3-minute head start. So with that, I thought we were gonna be really behind. But now looking back at it, like we were actually on their tails, like more than what we thought. But yeah, I'm actually proud of it, and then I'm just proud of that I got to run the final because like that's all I've been wanting to do since I came on here is run the final. And you know, the last 2 seasons I was robbed because people just hate the king. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I was very proud of running the final, and then honestly, I was proud of who I ran the final with. Like I didn't think that the people that I ran the final with was going to be my finalists, so I'm just proud of everything. I had a good time. It looked a lot. It looked easier with you guys watching it, but it was no. That was a tough final. Like that was. It wasn't hard. It was hard.
It was hard.
That was a hard final.
Yes, definitely. I'm proud of us. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I'm proud of us as well. I think that we were the underdogs, and I love a good underdog story. And to be quite honest, for as much advantages that they had, the fact that we lost by 4 seconds, like that says a lot about our heart. That says a lot about our drive. Like we really, really wanted it, and I think that it would have made a good story had we won. It was hard. It was a very hard final. And yeah, I'm very proud of how we did.
Well, yes. I mean, it was definitely because I mean, this first leg you guys had, I believe it was the scramble where you had the champions. Was that the first part of the final? I thought that
No,
was interesting.
We had to run.
Yeah, we had to swim and then run a lap.
Run a lap, and then y'all had to do the scramble piece. How was the run, man? How many miles was that? Was that 1 or 2 miles, or how many miles you think it was?
I'm thinking around the lake probably was like a 400.
Yeah.
Like around it. And then like we had to swim until like the halfway and then run up a hill. So I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
Y'all did a lot of running. And I know some of y'all was like, I need to get on the treadmill more often. I said after this, I'm gonna be running a lot. So do any one of y'all have increased your workouts because of that?
I took some time off from working out. Only because like I just didn't feel it anymore, especially like after during the season. We did so much in 3 days. So like after that, I was just in a slump. But I have got back into it. So it was a little slump, and then I'm back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, what about you? Did your workouts increase? Do you do a lot more running than you normally do?
So funny enough, I run all the time, and I ran all the time before. So, but it's more like because running is like a coping skill, and but it's more like a leisure, not a competitive type of run. So, what I've been doing is like cutting down my times to make sure that I'm going a little bit faster with it. But when it comes to the running, like endurance wise, if we had to run for a long period of time instead of like those short sprints, I probably would have done a lot better.
That's cool. So what y'all think of that first leg? You had the champion spinning. I mean, was it spelling champion on the scramble things? You only could take one letter at a time. Can we know Devontae was just like nah, I'm finna take these crowns because I don't know what these crowns mean. So I know the crowns played some type of factor on who goes first or whatnot, and y'all didn't really know going in how it would affect the game overall. Did it meet your expectations though, the crowns?
You can go there.
Yeah, either one of y'all could go.
Um, I honestly think that how it was stacked was a bit unfair, I think, because when me and Jason won the mini final, we didn't get no extra crowns. It was just like, hey, you're placed into the final. And then when Clay and Nadia, they got all these crowns and they got to pick the team. Like that's a huge incentive. So it was like, what did we get for winning the final? So the crowns, I resented those damn crowns because I'm like, I won an elimination, didn't win a crown for the elimination. Like I was doing all this hard work throughout the season and not winning any crowns for it. So I was like, F them crowns.
And plus again, 4 seconds. The final cost y'all 4 seconds, which I mean by any means it could have went either way because that many seconds, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Um, I don't care for the crowns. Like, and the reason why I say this is because I lost my crowns episodes ago. I lost my crowns in episode 6, and I never had an opportunity to get any crowns after that. So going into the final, I already had a disadvantage. And especially they didn't show, but we had an overnight portion.
I was telling them that.
Yeah, we had an overnight portion, and I was still at a disadvantage because it was one point they said production was like, okay, well, if you want to be able to go to sleep, then you can give away your crowns. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't because I had 0. So it was already putting me at like it was already messing with me because I didn't have anything. I was the only person that didn't have anything. So like going into it, I was just like, okay, like we're gonna all need some crowns or whatever, but you see how that played out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean the crowns, in my opinion, I mean it really didn't really matter because 4 seconds it was the factor in the game. I don't know if that would have helped you won or not, but I could see if he came back and said the crowns is gonna help this person win. It boost them by a couple of points. Again, a heavyweight bout. Y'all did an excellent job. So each one, Cam, as you didn't lost half the stuff. I want to talk about Devontae for a second. Devontae was a little. I thought he kind of checked out there in the beginning because he felt a certain way. And Jordan said, "Hey, forget all that, man. Let's play. It's time to man up and let's play the game." What was y'all thoughts about Devontae going into this final?
Going into it, Devontae, I counted him and Jason as like my number ones. You know what I mean? And I was happy to have him on the same team, but to see that he was disappointed for me to be on his team, I didn't really care for that because I'm like, you know, I'm a good competitor. You know what I mean? And I won the mini final, so that should tell you that like I'm not just somebody who is going to slack off when it comes to working hard and doing what it takes for the team.
Yeah. I would say me and Devontae were kind of in the same boat, just a little bit, because both of our number ones picked different people for their team. But the thing is, for me, I didn't care about who team I was on. But since Clay was my number one guy, I just wanted us to have that conversation because we've been working with each other like from beginning all the way to now. So I would have liked, like, if I had went into that elimination, like that last tournament, I would have been like, Clay, let's have a conversation. I know we've been working with each other like this whole time, but one of us got to win. So if it's not you, then it's gonna be me. Like that's the conversation that I would have liked to have because when we were picking the teams, it's like okay, it can go either way. But when Nadia and Clay was like, "Oh, I'm picking Jada, I'm picking Jason," it was just like, "Oh, okay." Mm-hmm. So this whole time, is that what y'all wanted to do? Now it's just like like I said, I didn't care who team I was on because I was gonna do my best either way. But as being number ones, we should have that conversation to be like, hey, we're gonna split up. This is our time to shine for like ourselves. So that's the only thing.
Well, at this point, this is every man for themselves, especially opening up the final, going into the conversation between Clay and Nadia. Clay made some valid points in the conversation, and Nadia actually was swayed by that and actually helped win because if she didn't, we got another discussion. It could have been almost a tie. So, 4 seconds is not that's close. 4 seconds is 4 seconds, but it might have been in a tie if it was split. So we will never know. It would just be speculation at this point. But if it wasn't for that conversation that Clay had with Nadia, we may be thinking about some other champions right now, or it could have been sudden death final, So we will never know who won. They won because they won, and it was a true heavyweight bout. And I gotta commend everybody who played, but Devontae, I would just advise, regardless of who team you on, you shouldn't have felt salty. Number one, you in the final. But this also takes me back to when this happened. It reminded me of the island with Paula. When she was like, I feel like I was lied to, but in the end, she was in the final, even though she came in second. Mm-hmm. She was there, and she had an opportunity to capitalize on that. She didn't take advantage of that situation. Same thing with Devontae. Devontae came close of taking advantage of it, but he came up 4 seconds short. But I think his attitude was better. Y'all might have pulled that out because honestly, it could have went either way. And I gotta say, I'm proud of all y'all for doing y'all thing on that. Now, the second leg of this, I know it was some type of puzzle. Y'all had to look on the crown, remember it, go back and think, and repeat that pattern. What was y'all thoughts on that? How far away was that? Was that like 20 or 30 yards away?
It was down the driveway. So like if you watch past a couple of scenes or whatever, like when we were running up the driveway, that's how like far it was. Like it wasn't too far, but because of the hill was so steep that made it like a bit harder. But I wouldn't say it was like 30 yards or nothing. It was just really down the driveway. It's just how it was slanted down. Mm-hmm. It was basically like
okay. Okay. That makes sense then. So you had to have to do some endurance on that. Did y'all? Because we know Cam Devontae was just dominating. Cam, like, I don't even care, man. He's like, I can't even get one. I'm not even gonna trip. We on the same team. I would have been like, man, we on the same team. What are you doing? I don't care about no dang old crowns.
We still at that point we still didn't know what the crowns were for. So like, say if I didn't have any crowns or whatever, and that hindered us from winning, like what if they was like every person needs a crown or every person got you took all the crowns, you didn't even give me a chance. So it's like, you're just going for yourself. So like that's why I was what's the word? I don't know. But I was just looking at the other team, and they was like literally working with each other. They was like, okay, you're going to get this crown. This time I'm gonna get it. This time, this way, this one. And then even with Jordan and Paddock, they was doing the same thing. They even helped each other with the spelling. I was just like,
yes, we helped each other,
Yeah,
and the other
were
team
teams.
had our strategy. Me and Paddock were like, let's work smarter, not harder.
Right, and not harder, right.
Saw that we did that and decided to do it too.
And that was a smart move, and I gotta commend both of y'all because Paddock say, "Look, I'm gonna get you some crowns your way, and we gonna do." And then she was like, "I don't care. I'm gonna give her all the crowns here, Jordan, take it."
Yes.
So, Devontae, he was just like, I'm in it for myself. So, which in the end, I mean, in reality, I didn't think honestly it should have really played a factor in, even though that the person with the most got to choose who you go against. But in the end, it really didn't really technically matter because everybody was almost on a even playing field, just about, especially in that last leg. That eating challenge almost got everybody. So, what did y'all, matter of fact, I don't mean to go forward, but like that quick, what did y'all think about the eating challenge towards the end?
I was ready. That's all I was waiting for. I kept, when they was like, okay, we're going to the eating portion, I said, y'all, I'm about to go into it. Like, I don't care. I think my mentality with the eating challenges, they're not going to give us anything that's going to kill us.
Exactly.
So all you have to do is just eat. Even if you don't like it, just eat. Don't think about it, just do it. Like, I had I hate peanut butter, but I sat there and
Really?
eat. I don't like peanut butter. I don't like peanut butter. I don't like Nutella. It's just something not for me.
Interesting.
But yeah, so I sat there and ate 2 fat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then turned around and ate pork brains and mealworms. I literally locked in. Like, I love them eating challenges. I'm telling y'all, that's where I thrive. Like,
yeah, I agree. The eating challenge, I think that we kind of saw this as our opportunity to make up the time. We were like, let's go, because we know that there were 2 people on their team who weren't eaters. So it was like, this is our opportunity to make up the time. This is where we're going to shine at. That chicken was delicious. It was so good. It was just, it was a regular chicken.
Okay, I was just saying, because I was wondering, is this a regular chicken or what's the catch with this chicken? So I'd have been really.
Yeah, you get one good, one bad. And so it was a good thing, but it was a lot. That was the problem. So I couldn't, I had 1 bite left because I had those fermented eggs, which is like, it turns into gelatin. So that like immediately takes like, the taste wasn't bad, but it just like the texture was bad. And so it takes away like any moisture you got in your mouth. So then you're trying to eat the chicken as well. So it was a lot to consume. That was the only problem.
And honestly, I wasn't doing that chicken again because on the all male season for our mini final, we had to eat like a red solo cup of mashed potatoes and that whole chicken that Jordan ate. And we only had like, I think 10 minutes to eat it. So like right there, that was good food on the male season, but it was just a big portion. I was not doing that again.
I wasn't doing it. And then Paddock was stuffing them noodles down her throat, and she was like, "Hey, where does it end?" Because she still had a gang of that left.
That was a big bowl of noodles.
Was that any worms or anything in them noodles?
It was regular noodles.
Literally just noodles.
Really?
Yeah,
I would have killed that. Now, was there anything nasty there besides the brain stuff and the other stuff? Because I was like, I don't know if I would have survived that.
We had the pork brains and mealworms, the century egg
worms.
There was 2 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
There was one, I think it was like coconut water and something
like aloe.
Yeah, and then there was another drink that had a fish head in it.
It was mystery.
Yeah, it was a mystery drink. Now, I was not doing that either. Give me the solid food. I'm okay with the solid food.
Yeah.
He said no.
He said no. Spicy ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Devontae ate 2 bowls of that.
Spicy ramen.
And that's
right. Go ahead, Cam.
No, I was just saying that's why he had ended up throwing up afterwards. It's because he had
Yeah,
two bowls of the spicy ramen and like the drink, I think.
Yeah, he had the good drink. It was the aloe and the almond milk, I think.
Yeah, almond milk. Mm-hmm.
and then he just threw all that up. I said, "Damn!" And I'm in the kitchen during that time. I'm in the kitchen cooking some noodles up. I said, "Damn!" He
Oh
throwing
wow,
it all up. I'm like, I don't even know if I want this now.
that's
It was
funny.
such a big portion of food. That's the only thing.
Right.
But yeah, like Jordan said, that was our time to like any time that we wasted, that was our time to like get it back up. And I feel
Hmm.
like we did great.
Definitely.
Now that last leg, when it was coming down to the end, what's going through y'all mind? Because at this point, you're tired. You like, okay, I don't care. We got the first group, Jason's group, moved forward. They ended up finishing first. Y'all came in second. And I'm thinking, because Devontae was off to the side, said, okay, they finished. I don't hear no horn. So y'all kept going, which I got to commend you because I'm like, I would have been feeling defeated. I was like, man, I ain't keeping on this. What for? But I got to commend y'all for finishing strong because y'all was like, nah, forget this. We gonna finish strong. What's going
Right.
through y'all mind during that time?
For me, it was, I mean, there's no quit. Like you have to finish, like just finish the final with integrity. At that point, yes, there was a sense of like they won. You know what I mean? Like we automatically was like they won. The best we can do for ourselves is just to finish it. And that was the thought in my mind.
For me, once we got to that last portion with the puzzle, I was so ready for it to be over with. I was like, we were doing that final all day, like from the night before to like to that night. Like we were there all we were just doing the final all day. I was so tired. I was just ready to get it over with. And then when the other team got their puzzle and they like jetted off, Devontae was like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna finish this because they already won." I said, "No, you're not. No, you're going to
Right.
finish.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
gotta
over
finish
until
it.
we hit that. Until we cross that finish line. It's not over. Like we can still do it." So like I feel like all of us felt like just a little discouraged because they did like jet off, but it still wasn't over because like we still had to do that puzzle, get the names of the champs, and then we had to run and swim. It wasn't over. Like we still got time to do whatever we want to. But I was ready to get it over with. I was exhausted because
I
once we
was
finished, we got to the what was that? The little platform thing. As soon
Yeah.
as I got on there, I just busted out crying. I didn't stop
Mhm.
crying until they announced who the winner was. Like
Right. Yeah.
I was
So
crying.
why was you crying for tears of joy or was this tears of defeat?
It was tears of joy, and then it was like, oh, like it's finally over. Because
Right.
honestly, if we had to do another portion, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of tapped out for real.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
it was too much. So it was like tears of joy. Like okay, I just completed my first final. We did it together. We didn't give up. But I was like, it's over. Oh my gosh, can we go take some shots or something? Like ah,
Right.
it was
I
just
was
that.
over it. Yeah. I was definitely over it. And then just looking back at it, I saw how honestly it was Devontae and the three of us, how we finished. Like when Devontae finished his puzzle, he kind of like had on the ground, he got up, and the three of us were looking at it and helping each other finish it. And then even when we were swimming, we swam together as a team. So
Mhm.
I was really disappointed how Devontae played at the end because it was not as like one of our team members at all. And who knows what might have happened had, he actually accepted the fact that he was on our team and this was not a solo game for him.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Because 4 seconds. I after all that, I mean, literally, I'm just like, wow, 4 seconds. Y'all literally y'all lost by 4 seconds, not
Or
30
they
seconds, about 24 seconds. So
Right.
y'all don't have nothing to hold, and especially towards that end, y'all kind of feeling defeated. What could have happened? It could have been closer than what it is if little small antic didn't happen. So you see every little bit count. So Devontae, next time, man, hey, just stay in the game, man. Don't even sway, regardless of what's going on around you. Chaos. Hey, just roll with chaos, man, because you never know what's gonna happen. So we see that one thing. Thoughts on your performance as a whole, thinking back from the beginning, middle, into the end, on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate your performance at?
I mean, I'll say like a 6.5. I don't know. I think looking back, I could have ran a little bit harder. In the swimming, I mean, I swim leisurely. I don't swim competitively. So yeah, the swimming I guess I could have pushed a little bit harder. But with everything else, I think that I played as a team member with my team. You know, I was gonna push hard. And so if they had another thing for us to do, I would have reluctantly done it, but I would have done it for the team. You know, and that's kind of just the mentality that I have, you know, and I think that throughout the season, I was slept on a lot. I think that a lot of people didn't see the competitor in me until maybe like the last few episodes that they were like, oh, okay, like, you know, she got some dog in her. All right. So I think that I was happy to show that.
I would say I would rate mine at the beginning of the final. I'm gonna give myself a 4 because going into it, I just I wasn't feeling it. Like I was trying to put my best foot forward, but I just wasn't feeling it. But as we started going on, I feel like I would push myself to like a 7 because when it came to the running, I was beasting. Like once I forgot. It was one portion we had to run to get the logs, and Choice, she did like a little screen recording, and it just me passing up everybody. Like I was just like going. So I would say I give myself a 7. Overall, towards the end, I give myself a 7. I'm proud of like how I did the final. I'm proud of like my team. Yeah, I'm just proud overall because like. Not many people make it to the final, and not many people lose by 4 seconds. Like we could have tied if we could.
Yeah,
like
y'all could have. Y'all was close enough. Y'all was very close enough. Didn't even realize y'all was that close, but y'all was close enough until he said this was the closest final yet, and everybody was shocked. I was surprised because I didn't think it was gonna be that way. But as a whole, looking back at the season. Everyone was eliminated. Who do you think deserved to make it further than they did?
Jocelyn.
Oh, definitely Jocelyn. She should. I wish that. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I wish Jocelyn would have made it a little bit further. I wish Choice was in the final. That's what me and her really came back for this season, was to like run the final together. I don't know. I feel like everybody went home at the right time. Like who needed to go home, I feel like everybody went home at the right time. So I don't know. I would just say Jocelyn. Jocelyn, she should have made it. Like she should have been a little bit in there.
Yeah, I think the mistake in the beginning was that we went against each other. I think that she should have. When we talked about it, we had someone in mind that we wanted to go up against. We didn't want to ruffle any feathers, and so it was difficult going up against somebody that you're fond of. Like I don't need it. So that's why I would say like Jocelyn for sure. Even though I'm glad that I did not get eliminated. Let's not talk about but Jocelyn definitely.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So I did find out y'all are gonna be on season 19. Which castmates would you like to see come back next season?
Which castmates? I would love for Jocelyn to get a second chance to make it further. Is this from like last season or overall?
Overall, who do you feel like you want to see for next season in 19?
Billy also should have made it further.
Billy too.
He should have made it further. That's what I think. So maybe Billy.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe it should just be Jordan on the season.
Yeah, right. We're the winners.
I can't wait to see what 19 brings for sure. But Jason, I see why Devontae wanted Jason out, and even though he didn't take a shot, he should have took it in the beginning. But I gotta give, and I'm a little sad that Jason didn't show up on this one because I thought he was gonna come tonight because I had some questions for him. But he was actually incognito this season, and I was just like, ain't nobody saying nothing about Jason. I said that boy smooth. Hey, that's that age group. That's what I'm talking about. I said he was holding up for the older people. Hey, shout out to Jason, my man. Hey, there you go. So, but what did y'all think about Jason? How he ended up getting skated through to the final anyway?
I feel like he was under the radar, but people were looking at him. But the moments that they wanted to shoot, he was saved and he was in the tetra. So if they did want to go after him, they couldn't. So honestly, he went the whole season. He didn't touch elimination. Didn't even.
He sure didn't.
And he played a good game. Honestly.
Yeah, he did. He did. He definitely played a good game, especially making it to the final and then running. And he said, if I lose this, I ain't talking to none of y'all. But it was a 4-second difference, which I was just like, wow, 4 seconds. That's it.
Crazy. To this day,
I'm
thinking about it,
I would have a 4 seconds on there, and I'll be practicing all the puzzles, running every day. I'll be having that 4 seconds on my wall, and that'll motivate you for the next season. Hopefully, y'all win it next season. So, yes, because I want to see y'all come back. I want to see y'all dominate because you are at that point where you can come back and dominate. Jordan, I want to see you come back and dominate. Cam, we got to work on your confidence a little bit because it's a little shaky, but we got to get you there.
Going to the new season, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a different camera. I don't care. I'm just
saying, it's gotta be because
I'm not going in there.
17. That's 17 though. When I first saw it, when you go into, he got voted in. He left the room. He said, "Man, F it." Went upstairs. I said, "What in the world?"
Y'all was not gonna see an elimination that day because I didn't know I was gonna be on anybody's radar because I just did a season, whatever. I wasn't ruffling any feathers. So coming into that male season, I was like, okay, I got people that I'm actually working with and this stuff. And then when it was Kim, I was like, oh, this is not what was supposed to happen. So they was not gonna see elimination that day. I locked myself in the bathroom for a good minute, and I was not coming out. I was like, no, I'm so angry and I can't show it. I didn't want to because you had to see Amir, he had kind of popped off on everybody. I didn't want to do that because then I was like, dang, I'm going to put a target on my back. So I was just like, you know what? Let me walk away. Let me gather myself together. And then obviously, I won the elimination. So yeah, but it's a new Cam. I'm telling you,
it's a new Cam. New Cam. So what's it? Yes. Go ahead, Cam.
It's a new Cam.
New Cam in the building, and new Cam gonna be in the building. Jordan, what should we expect from the future, Jordan?
I mean, you expect a champion. That's it.
There you go. That's all you gotta say. A champion. Bam. She put it right here on the last one, which is a champion. So she's gonna be a champion, whether it's 19, 20, 21, 22, whatever. It's champion time. So
I ain't doing that.
She said, I ain't doing all that. You might as well. You young enough. I mean, you can do it.
I'm 38, so
you're not even 40 yet. I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? And I'm breaking down. So yeah, you ain't even 40 yet. So you might as well 38, 39, bam, and probably cut it off at 40 or 41, 42. We'll see. Yeah. Cam, where you at on the leaderboard? I call it the leaderboard, which is your age. How old are you again? You in your 20s, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm 26.
Yeah, he young. So you got a while to be doing these things. So You will win one. I think you can do it. So keep doing your thing. You just need to train, get your confidence up. I think it's gonna be up. So what are we going to expect from Cam this coming up season?
You can expect me not to be so emotional. I've gotten myself together, especially okay, so I just did this LRG, right? Like 2 weeks ago. And when I tell you I beasted that season,
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
I didn't cry not one time. And
what? I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
So going into the season, the confidence is boosted, the emotional is lowered, and I'm still gonna be real, still gonna be honest, playing an honest game. But yeah, I want to sit back a little bit. I don't want to be so much drama like I was this season. I want to watch the drama, and I just want to sit.
Go. Mm-hmm. There you go. So overall, before we close out on this thing, what do you want to say about this season?
I'm gonna let Jordan go.
This season I had an amazing experience. Didn't know what to expect. I think that the challenges, the eliminations, the finals, it's probably the best that I've seen from the previous seasons. It was challenging emotionally, physically. And I think what you gain from it is these close relationships with individuals from all over the world. All over the world. So it's amazing experience. So anybody who has opportunity to do it. Like, you'd be surprised what you're capable of doing.
My overall last thoughts for the season. I had a good season, even though I was doing all that crime stuff, child, man. I had an amazing time. I was grateful to meet everybody that was on the cast. I feel like this cast was hands down the best cast, and I feel like this was really one of the best seasons. Like Jordan said, the challenges, the final, everything was really badass, and I just feel like production really put they work into this one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, also, great.
There was a lot cut out from the final. We had more stations than what was shown. We had
we
had a math portion.
Okay.
If you remember a couple of episodes ago, we had those big blocks and we was building.
Right.
We had that station, the overnight portion, and then the crowns. The crowns actually did mean something. So if the team that won, whoever had the most crowns, they had the option to steal the money or keep it and share it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And they didn't
see. They didn't say that because I mean that. So what else did they keep out? Because come on, keep spilling the tea on this. Because the season over with. Just keep spilling.
During the math portion, I took my shirt off and I was running. I was like, I'm not gonna get it, but I'm gonna put on the show. I was waiting for that and it never showed. So I was like, dang, okay, but yeah.
Because none of us got it. We sucked at it was so funny because I think I made the statement to Dre. I'm like, we're all no, I said something about we're all physical but no brains or something like that, because we did not get the math, we didn't get the puzzle that they had. But when it came to physical stuff, that's what we were able to do.
So yeah, it was a lot cut out.
Yeah,
but I feel like it would have been even a longer episode because it was already.
It would probably been 2 hours, probably, because that one was an hour or something. It might have been 2 or 3 hours. So that would have been interesting. He should have just showed it. I would have loved to see that extra stuff that was added on. The physicality of the game. I liked it. What did y'all think overall of the physicality with the tires?
With the tires?
Tire pool?
Yeah.
Okay, so that tire pool, it was literally that's when I was getting fed up, because we all had got into a little argument because the other team, like I said,
I remember together.
That. So the little win that I got, it was basically given to me, but I didn't want to give it to me. I just wanted us to work together. So, but when I fell, I booked it. I was like, and then I had kind of hurt my hand too, because like when we flipped, Devontae flipped over and the tire caught my hand and it was like bent up. So that's why like it was a small clip of me wrapping my hand up because it was hurting. But yeah. Cool. Look, can y'all just give me the eating challenges and I'm gonna just keep going? Like
Yeah, I like the tire pull because I remember I was hearing from the other team that the girls were nervous about going against me with the tire pull. So I'm like, okay, this is a way that I could add to the team my strength. And I thought it was easy. I'm not even gonna lie. No disrespect to Jada, but it was an easy thing.
Jada. Yeah, she didn't got her win. So I mean, that was actually interesting. I thought that was, but she held her own. So she did her thing. Cam, you did your kind of Devontae. I would have liked to see that if that was heads up. If we had to redo that again, who you think win, Cam? Is it you or Devontae?
I don't know, because like I know I'm strong, but Devontae's actually really strong. Like I was really surprised at seeing Devontae compete. Like even though he was against me, seeing him compete was really like eye-opening. Like he's a really good competitor. But I'm always gonna shoot myself first, so it's gonna be me.
Yeah. I honestly thought, like looking at it, that you were holding your own, and then Devontae had tripped or fallen. Yeah. And then that's when he did that roll, and then he kind of like ran with you with it. And I think if y'all were really competing, I don't know if it would have been that easzy of Devontae winning. I think he probably could have took it, Cam.
I'm a little scrappy. Like if you watch my rookie season, I did a pole wrestle one time. Never doing it again. Just saying. But when I did the pole wrestle, I was going against a football player, like a D1 football player. Yeah, and I was scrappy. If you look back at it, I was not giving up that pole. Like I made us reset a lot of times. So yeah, I'm very scrappy. And I'm not an easy win like most people.
Sivo says you lost to Steven in the tire pool. Is that true?
That's I got sent home. Okay.
You can't be doing that.
We did the mini final, right? And I came in second place with the mini final because I was like 30. How many seconds was I? Maybe 10, 15 seconds. No more than 20 seconds from Jason from getting first place. So I was like, dang, okay, whatever. And then not me, but it was time for us to vote. And Steven whispered to me, it was like, hey, if you vote my way, I'm not going to pull you into elimination. Because if you, at the second half of the male season, if you get if you get voted into elimination, you can call somebody into elimination. Right. So he said, if you vote the way I want to vote, then I won't pull you in. So me being smart, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to do that. So they all voted for Steven, and I threw my vote at the person that I was working with, which is Joel. So we threw our votes at each other. And then Steven ends up pulling me into the elimination. And it was a tire pull. But, we was in the snow. So I thought I was smart. Right. And I took my gloves off so I could have a better grip because the gloves I had, the material, I didn't like it. So when we was going, I did not give up. I made us reset like 8 times, I believe. Maybe it was 8
Was your hands frozen?
Yeah, and that's the thing. After I lost that elimination, I ended up, because I'm not feeling anything, like I'm not feeling any pain, but after that, like my adrenaline is going away. I ended up having like frostbite in my hands and everything, like my hands were purple, and I started having like a whole panic attack afterwards. Like it was, I was literally in the bathroom, bawling, screaming, like it was hurting so bad.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, I'm like, why? Because I remember I worked in the snow for a couple of years, and I tell you, I said, where them gloves at? Because I'm not trying to get no frozen hands. So, Dad, Cam, you got to be smarter than that, though. I wouldn't have pulled them gloves off, regardless if I didn't like the texture or not.
That was a rough season. And would I ever do it again? No. If they ever be like, oh, we're gonna do another winter season, please do not call me. I'm not doing it.
That's right. The winter is not fun at all.
Like it was with that. but it was cool to like, oh, we're seeing the snow and stuff, but actually competing in the snow, it was hard. Like, especially running in it, running like back and forth, the elevation, all that, it was just too much.
This water, how cold was this water? Was it like 20 degrees, 19 degrees? Kind of explain to me how cold this water was.
It felt like an ice bath to me.
Yeah, it was pretty cold.
Yeah, it was.
But later on, it kind of warmed up when we had to swim again, so it wasn't that. It was really just at that morning time when it's really, really cold. Mm-hmm. But I think later on, like when we had to get back in the water, that last time we got in the water, it was not that cold to me. We was just trying to get out and finish.
Right.
I'm like, can I change clothes real quick? Because I'm soaking wet. That's why I've been like, I can't do this. It's too cold.
Right. It was a lot.
But, well, y'all, I thought Clay and Jada was going to be on. Clay, I'm a little disappointed. Jada, I'm a little disappointed. But I know y'all probably had some other stuff to do. Well, we wish you well. Jason, congratulations. Those who won, I want to say congratulations. Nadia, congratulations. Too bad y'all couldn't be on here because we definitely would have had a little bit more conversation, especially Dre. Don't delete that because I wanted to see that extra stuff. If you could have made it, because it was almost 2 hours. We could have made it almost 2 hours. It would have been interesting to see all that extra stuff. Or you might want to cut another piece where you show those extra things too. So I'm interested to see if you will show the extra stuff from the final. So I'll be looking out for that. Dre Media, we want to say thank you for another season, because this season was actually a good one, and all of them good, but this one was definitely pound for pound. 4 seconds, you can't beat it. I said better get your popcorn when you sit down and watch it again. Cam, Jordan, any last words?
Grateful for the season. Ready to come back and compete again for next season. Yeah. When we have another recap, I don't know. Me and Jordan are gonna be the winners. So
there you go. There you go.
You claim it, and it's gonna probably most likely happen. You know what I'm saying, Jordan? What you got to say, girl?
Yes, I mean, good season, great experience. I would do it again, hands down. Yeah, thanks for having me on here to recap the experience, and watching it was cool watching it back and seeing like how we went through hell basically that whole time. And Cam, you're right, that a lot of the things were deleted, so it really did even show like everything that we've been through that whole day. But even like when I was watching it back with some friends, they were like, what the hell? Like, y'all were running and swimming this many times, and they were like, this is torture. Yeah, and they'd even air all of it. So being able to do that was pretty amazing.
Okay. Before I do my last remarks, how can we get in touch with y'all? Jordan, you can go first.
So on Facebook, Jordan Campbell. On Instagram, SunnyD091.
On Instagram, you can find me at ridiculously Cam. If you guys have Twitter or X, MTV Cameron, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and Spotify, I have a podcast called Speaking with Cam. You can follow me on there too. Yep.
With that said, Dre Media, I want to say thank you for allowing me to come on, be a co-host with me and Becky. We definitely had an awesome season. Hopefully we will be asked to do it again. For the love of the challenge, you can reach me at For the Love of the Challenge, Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on there. So shoot me a message if you want to be on the show. Cannot wait till the new season of the challenge. I'll cover the challenge, and we're gonna be talking about the caucus challenge. So look for that in the future seasons to come, because I'm invested. So y'all got me paying attention. You might end up having me on the show sometime. I don't know, because right now I'm trying to recover. If I can get my knee back right, y'all in trouble. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So yeah, got to get my knee back right. But Dre, again, thank you for the hospitality. Sivo, want to say thank you for introducing me, because it wasn't for you, we would not be on here. So you the man. Just remember, you the man. So I'm gonna be hollering at you anyway. So with that said, everybody, it's been one hell of a season. Congratulations to all the winners: Jason, Jada, Nadia. Did I miss somebody?
Clay.
Clay. Yes, Clay. You definitely did your thing too. So congratulations to all the winners. The runners up, y'all look, 4 seconds. I'll put 4 seconds on my wall every day. Look at that motivation. That's motivation for you to go back, come back stronger. You have that all the way until you win. When you win, that's when you take the 4 seconds off. Until then, until you come back and you win it, you keep that 4 seconds down there to use that as fuel to come back even stronger. Cam, I look forward to seeing what you do next season. Jordan, I look forward to see what you do next season. So I want to see some good things from both of y'all, because I'm gonna be blowing y'all DMs up. I said, what y'all doing over here? So with that said, thank you everybody who's been on the show. Can't thank you enough. It's been fun talking to everybody. Dre, you the man. Thank you again. Me and Becky definitely extend our hospitality to the Caucus Challenge. We are available anytime you need us. You can reach me on one phone call away. Definitely got to get y'all all back on for the love of the challenge. It's going to be fun. So with that said, everybody, good night and good luck.
Thank you. Bye.